Alrighty.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to FNM Modern here at Top Deck Productions. On the left, we got Alan Guttag playing some Jund, and on the right, we got Jon Tople. I believe his name is L-E instead of A-L. Playing some Titan. I'm Matthew Meir, joined with Zachary Harris, and we're your commentators for tonight. How's everyone doing?
I've been pretty good. I've been out for the past like 2 weeks on Magic because school's been very difficult last semester. Got to get through that.
Of course, yeah.
But I'm back here on this Friday. It's been 2 weeks, but good to be back.
I believe Alan's name is 2 T's and Tople, and his last name ends in E.
Yeah, but I didn't think so. I think he's not on Jund.
Oh, he's on Naya.
He's
okay, my bad.
no.
Oh,
he is on Birthing Mom.
Interesting.
Yeah, I heard him talking before.
Okay, sweet.
Before tonight. So we've got two combo decks going for you. We got the Kiki Jiki, what's her name? Prime Speaker Vanifar deck versus the deck playing the best card in the format.
Which you would say Primeval Titan?
Ancient Stirrings.
Is that the bet? I don't know. Anyways.
But
it's definitely Birthing Mod. We see the Sylvan. Wait, what's it called? Why am I blanking on this?
We have Noble Hierarch and a Kitchen Finks.
2-drop in hand. Pro Blue Flash.
Oh,
I'm blanking on it. Anyways.
Yeah, it returns a forest to your hand. You untap something. Yeah,
really
it's part of the combo. You get it back with the recruiter. Not recruiter of the card. Whatever it's called.
Rallier.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Rallier.
I don't know what I think about that. He played a Selesnya bounce land, untapped it, floated 2 mana, and bounced it back to his hand. He has another land drop, but that signals to me that that is the only bounce land in his hand. Because obviously he wanted to play a second land drop, and he, you know.
He could have a 3-mana spell he wants to use here. We're gonna tap that, bounce it. Yeah, and then Azusa.
Yep, and then he has 2 more land drops.
Yeah, this is a good sequence.
Yeah, makes sense. I see a Cavern in his hand. Ooh,
and then,
gaining 2 life. That's pretty good. It
Doesn't
doesn't matter at all in this matchup.
Yeah, it's completely irrelevant. We'll be setting that out once we hit board games.
Yep.
This is pretty good here. We can't actually see the rest of Jon's hand, but I'm assuming there's more lands for him to ramp out. Yeah, sorry guys.
Yeah,
we're on a new stream setup, and we're currently working out all the kinks to it. Script Ranger, yeah, there we go. Thank you.
Yeah, Script Ranger. That's way worse. Right in the middle.
So we're trying to like have chat pulled up on our screen, but
can you shrink it like to half size, Robert? Can you shrink it half size vertically and then put it like in the bottom right hand corner?
Bear with us as we work with this. We want to make sure that we can read you guys as well as be able to commentate well on this gameplay.
Yeah. And do we have the timer going?
No. We'll get it soon though. Alrighty, Kitchen Finks getting in there. Has Exalted from the Noble Hierarch, so John's going to take that. Definitely don't want to block.
Yeah.
Going down to 18. Still hit for 4. Alan's hand does not have.
It's got a Kiki Jiki and a Resto in it, so he has the combo.
And he has the lands for it.
Yeah, he has the lands for it. So he's dead. Jon is dead next turn. So end of turn, he's gonna like bounce the Kitchen Finks,
gain some life
or whatever. Doesn't matter what he bounces.
Really
Untaps, play Kiki Jiki, and then he wins the game. Isn't doing the Birthing Mom combo, just doing it the old-fashioned way.
I mean, yeah, if you draw into it, it's nice, but having the tutor is obviously very useful as
well.
Oh,
obviously, yeah. I'm just saying that.
I think Jon's actually going to be able to interact here. He has a Walking Ballista in his hand, if I'm not mistaken.
We'd have to play it. He'd have to play it for at least 2 here.
Yeah, it's easy. He still has 2 more land drops, so he can easily do that. Cavern. Oh, we can make our Ballista uncounterable, but I'm assuming we're going to name Giant.
Probably, yeah. Oh, do we have a prime time here? We have a prime time.
So he has a fetch land, so he should be able to fetch out another red source. I'm assuming there's a Stomping Ground or a Sacred Foundry.
Yeah, he has a Windswept Heath in his hand.
So
but
you should be able to get there.
the prime time resolves,
Prime
and he's going to
time's
get 2 lands.
Pretty good for Jon.
Probably going to get, I would get the blue-green bounce land in a Teleria West
No,
here.
he's going to get...
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
And then you bounce the Teleria West back to hand.
I personally would have just gone for the attack, I think.
You could do that, yeah.
Getting the Boros bounce line and the Garrison, so we can attack for 8, which triggers Titan again, so you can get 2 more lands, which they would both untap, and then you could cast your Ballista for X equals 2.
Right.
But Jon might not know he's on the Kiki combo, so...
Right. Like, we know... See, so this is a very common line with Amulet Titan. You do this, you get a Pact, and then you get another Titan for next turn.
Sure, yeah.
But, obviously, Jon doesn't know he's dead on Alan's next turn. So... Tople got green pact.
I saw a green pact, Summoner's pact.
Yeah.
Alright, here's the resto. Untap, and
Gain
Alan
some life.
will win the game real quick.
Where did the Asusa go?
It was she attacked, so he did it before blocks.
Oh, I see.
Get a block there.
Greed.
Not greed. It's just.
Whoa.
I mean, he's out of land.
Does he not have another red source in his deck? That Windswept Teeth can fetch?
Interesting. Maybe not.
Why?
That seems awfully incorrect though, because like you should at least have 3.
Yeah, that seems.
It might actually be a Steam Vents,
That's true. It might be a Steam Vents.
which could be very awkward.
So obviously the Windswept Teeth can't get a red land. If the Windswept Teeth could have gotten a red land, and obviously Alan's deck is entirely built around this, so he would have known.
Yeah, so the big problem is that it's a 4-color deck though, because he also has
Right.
to play blue.
Right.
So it's not as easy on the mana base. So I could see just being 1 of each red shock, because you're also not trying to hard cast it as much as you are trying to just tutor it into play.
Yeah, exactly. So he probably just has the 3 red lands. Maybe has a mountain, but I doubt it.
Land 1 for Tople, and only because he lost Azusa.
Yeah, because I would think you would have the land that you would double up on in the deck is probably Breeding Pool.
Yeah.
And all the other shock lands are probably singletons.
Your blue-green at core, and then having a lot of fetch lands is very...
Yeah.
So
we have this massive walking ballista here.
He is pretty big.
6'6". Holy crap.
I don't think he's going to start shooting yet.
No, there's
He can
no
wait
reason to shoot
super
right
long. So if he does want to shoot, it's to get a Titan attack through and not worry about it.
now.
So if he's shooting... Oh, wait, it came in on 4. That's 3,
4,
4,
5,
6,
6,
7,
7,
8.
8.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. It is 4 counters. So what he could
Here
do
you get the Boros one, and you get the double strike. You make it, give it double strike. Here, you do. Oh, Jukabog.
Interesting. I think Jon's just taking it slow. I think he feels like he has this game wrapped up, and he doesn't need, or perhaps it's already in his hand. We can't see.
Oh, he couldn't double
Yeah,
strike.
he doesn't have the mana to double strike it.
Oh, that costs what? That costs 4, right?
Yeah, it costs 4, but I still feel like we should just fetch it out.
Red, white 2 plus the land.
I don't know. Either way, it's
I don't know
not the
about.
worst.
I don't think you need to fetch it out right
Depends
now.
on what he has in his hand. But here, the double block on the Titan means that Jon will just shoot down one of the kitchen things if that ends up happening. Or he'll just let it go. He has another Summoner's Pact in hand, so he's not super worried about it. And then he can play the Titan, get his triggers, give it haste, and then probably just kill Alan. Jukabog's going to exile these fetch lands.
So what he's going to do right here, he's holding up the fact that he can just prevent the combo from happening.
At this point, he probably has a good idea what Alan's on.
Yeah.
Because he sees 4 colors, so he should
And the
have a good
Resto
idea.
Angel, I'm sure
Yeah.
he knows.
Yep. I'm expecting to see a ping here.
I love
and
this
we
block
will.
here. Because he does force it to come for that to happen, but it allows him to potentially get him if he gets a red source. Like he can't if it's played correctly. But
Yeah,
if he does it incorrectly, then
I mean, you're just saying if John misplays, he misplays, but like,
Right.
it's essentially irrelevant. But yeah, the blocks, whatever. You're not killing the Titan anyways. You're taking neutral damage or negative.
You're taking nothing. You take nothing because you gain 4.
Blocks, yeah. Yeah. So net 0 there. And he's not going to use his kitchen things anyway.
That
so
was definitely wrong. Shooting those kitchen things was definitely wrong.
And there's the misplay. Or, I mean, that probably just means John just thinks he's on value and not actually recognizing this as a Kiki-Jiki deck.
Yeah, definitely.
Which isn't completely unreasonable.
No, it's definitely not unreasonable, but I would have... I think I would have sniffed it out by now.
In general, there's... so the reason why he would go for this now, if he thinks it's not a Kiki-Jiki deck, another Restoration Angel could prevent one of those kitchen things from dying. It would come in...
another thing that's probably going through John's mind is... Oh, maybe this wasn't a... Oh, that has flash. I forgot about that.
Yeah, flash flying.
Now he definitely has to know.
Maybe, I mean...
Maybe he doesn't know about the deck.
It's still just value. Like,
this is a relatively new deck.
This is just value creatures. I mean, I'm sure he knows of the deck, but he might not just... I don't know.
Draw a red source. Punish. That is a red source. And the game's over. John got super punished there. That is why you don't want to shoot down those kitchen finks.
But again, it's not incorrect as long as he he just misidentified the deck. So not really a misplay. It's just Alan got, I'd say, lucky that his opponent wasn't able to recognize that he was playing Kiki combo.
Yeah.
But all in all, I think this is a fairly fine matchup for it's like
both
50-50.
sides. I mean,
I'd say Alan probably has a slight advantage in game 1, and then games 2 and 3, John should be able to have more removal and interaction for it.
One thing that's super important to recognize about the Birthing Mom deck is it is not... There's a line of text at the end of Vanifar. It says, do this only as a sorcery.
Yeah, same with Birthing Pod.
Oh, Birthing Pod also has that?
Yep, just sorcery.
Okay. Wow. I wasn't around when Birthing Pod was a thing, so...
Sure.
So I'm not super familiar.
But yeah, so...
But you can remove Vanifar in response to an activation, and if they don't have a counter or something like that, then they can't continue.
You can do that anyways, but yeah. So like he has lots of room to respond.
Yeah.
And interact. He also has Engineer supposed to have a side. I'm assuming...
He probably has one main.
Yeah,
to tutor for.
They have one in the main deck. But I'm not sure how many other removal spells he potentially has in the sideboard.
Yeah.
It could be a couple things, but... Yeah, E on 0 does not stop it.
Right, yeah. Yeah, you have to... The Kiki-Jiki makes actual copies of it. They aren't... They have the CMC.
So why I'm bringing up E, just because you can get it on 4 fairly easily.
Right, the deck makes so much mana.
And different colored mana.
Plus, it's just a creature deck, so you can just remove... You can do a lot of value out of just putting it on for 2 and killing a bunch of creatures.
Or, like, even if he puts it on 1, like, blows up double Noble or something, or, like, Noble Birds of Paradise, that's, like, fine.
Yeah. Well, blowing up 2 Nobles is probably bad.
I mean, if you're doing this turn 2, that's value.
Well, yeah, but if you're doing that turn 2, you've got a lot of mana already.
Potentially, yeah. I mean, it could be a Star.
Like, if he plays, like, turn 1, he goes, like, an Amulet.
Sure.
Off of, like, a land. And then turn 2, he goes, like, bounce land to Zeusa into bounce land. Then he can do it. Like, cast an EE and then pop it.
I mean, that's
but then
like
you're also killing your Amulet.
Line.
You're also killing your Amulet, and that's terrible. So you killing that early, it's not good. And, well, it's not good. It's good doing it that early if you aren't killing your own combo piece.
Right.
And the Amulet stacks, so you definitely want to have more around. In fact, one of our locals has a famous SEG moment on the reel with this deck, Billy Caminos.
Billy Caminos, what a guy!
Yeah,
very good at this deck.
Oh yeah, but anyways,
I'm not really sure what's in the Birthing Mom's sideboard. Are you familiar with it at all?
I'm slightly familiar with it. Depends. I'm familiar with how Luke runs it. Sure. Luke Tees. Luke runs it with...
Is he borrowing this from Luke, or...?
No. Okay. Luke Tees runs the Spike Feeder. Ooh, we can kind of see it here. They're paths. He's bringing in paths.
Yep. That's all I was really curious. Removal and then ways to protect his combo.
Yeah.
I think he should just focus on removal, not really worrying
There's a
about
Glen
protecting his
Elender.
combo.
Glen Elender seems okay, but not that great.
The deck's nice because it already protects the combo pretty well just by having blink effects.
Reflector Mage is good. Is that a Unified Will in there? Yeah, he's got a Unified Will.
Unified will sick.
He's trying to catch and see what he's got in there, but yeah. Yeah. I honestly, so I think the way that this matchup is going to go after sideboard is Alan is faster on average.
I don't think that's necessarily true, but he has blockers, which makes him able to cancel out John's fast.
Right,
games.
exactly. Exactly.
Sure.
So, like, on average, I think Birthing Mom kills like turn 4 or 5. Assuming, but because they have so many redundant pieces for their thing. But like, for John's deck, the Amulet Titan deck, you have to find an amulet
You don't
and a
have
Titan.
to get the amulet, but
Well,
it's
you don't have
very
to, but then
nice.
you're not killing till like turn 8.
If you don't have an amulet, it's like turn 4 kill. If you do have it, it's turn 3 without an interaction on average, I think.
Really?
Yeah. It's pretty good. And you have 8 Titans in the deck, so, you know.
That's true.
You
Well,
get big value out of that.
one thing, John has a very good hand. Looking at his
I
hand,
think it's,
he has an
he does have
Asusa bounce land
Yep.
and an amulet.
So
Whoa, he mulled that?
He can't make colored mana until turn 3 because he goes Asusa, names itself, so it's just a colorless land. I'm not even sure if it produces mana.
No, turn 1 he plays the Fountain of Renewal.
Oh, is there a fountain?
Yeah. Then he plays a.
It's still no good if he doesn't have.
He didn't have that.
Yeah, I'm
What,
pretty
what
sure
was
he
the
didn't
land
have-
that he had?
It was just Asusa and then bounce land.
Vesuva.
And even if he did have that, he would be able to bounce the fountain, and then he would just have a tap.
Well,
land, so he
doesn't
wouldn't be doing
Vesuva,
anything
if
till turn
Vesuva comes in
3.
just by itself, it just taps for 1 colorless.
I'm not sure if it does make mana. I'm pretty sure
It does.
nothing.
It literally doesn't do anything.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, I trust our stream runner Robert Meadows because he knows everything about lands. He's saying no. So
That'd be it.
I definitely trust
I
him.
mean, and even if it did produce mana, he still, like, the bounce line won't come into play tapped. He'd either bounce the Vesuza or bounce the bounce land, and he can't make mana till turn 3, colored mana, so he wouldn't be able to do anything, and Alan would just kill him.
Yeah, that's true.
And he needs to be semi-fast. He has to be doing something productive in his first 2 turns. Like
He has another amulet in
Yeah,
here.
like we see an amulet start, we have colored mana.
And that was the
This is fine.
that was the double strikey land.
Yep, he'd
Ooh,
rather have that
he
on the
only has
bottom.
blue mana. He doesn't have green mana.
Not the worst.
That's a rough keep.
It's a fine keep.
It's not
It's just-
terrible. I mean,
It-
you're
yeah,
gonna
I mean, it's
draw.
awkward, but
Yeah, you're gonna draw mana. Oh, and geez, Alan's hand looks to be good. He's got a
Yeah,
bird.
it's
He's got a
pretty
Vanifar. He's got a
It's-
Resto.
very fast.
Yeah.
Exactly what Alan wants to see. And
Right.
then I don't think John will actually be able to. So any land off the top, and John's in not a bad spot. The Aziza's not great here, but he can just whip out a Ballista turn 3/4 to be able to clear the combo.
What he wants is he wants a green bounce line. He drew a green bounce line. Now he plays the amulet. Plays the.
So we can get the Aziza going right now.
Nah, he's 1 mana off of Azusa. Because he had to use the 1 mana to play the amulet.
Yeah. So for next turn, he has the setup.
Yeah.
So right now, he can bounce. Ballista the Noble, it's not bad whatsoever. Like, it's definitely a line that he could go to.
It is a line.
I mean, it's not bad or good. It depends on how many Ballistas he has.
The context of the rest of it. No, I like casting Ancient Stirrings.
Personally, I think I would go for the Ancient Stirrings as well.
Okay.
I mean,
He
it's
seems
also
to
fine.
disagree.
Well,
He can cast the Ancient Stirrings. Well, if he draws a land off the top, then he's doing really well. So what he can do is he can just Ancient Stirrings next turn, float a blue, and then find a green land in his top 5, because he will,
most likely, yeah.
and then play Azusa.
I'm pretty sure this is the correct line. It's a little unfortunate that Alan still has things to do on his turn without the mana dork.
Oof.
But
Dropping a thing.
I'm definitely not against this line.
No, I'm not.
It's just awkward since there's another mana dork.
So-
Alan can still get the turn 3.
Alan's
break him
shocked
off.
here. Does he have 2?
He might. I didn't get a great look at his hand. I only saw the 1 birds.
2 birds? He's 1 birds.
At least 1, yeah. Alright, Tumble Garden it is. No red sources. Looks like we're sticking to the pod plan.
Seems legit.
And we do have double birds. All
Yeah,
right.
this is really good.
It's
Next turn, he just casts
pretty
Vanifar and just like
nice.
wins the game the next turn.
yeah, you should be able to get the turn 4 win here. John.
Yep, casting the
didn't
Ancient
show he
Stirrings.
drew. Looks like some sort of green spell.
Fountain Renewal. There's a
Okay,
land.
we have a way to make green mana.
Another amulet.
Let's get a
No
gemstone.
bounce land,
Yeah,
unfortunately,
he
but
just gets a gemstone mine.
yeah, he gets a gemstone mine floating in blue.
Yeah, so the reason why it's unfortunate that he didn't get a bounce line, because if he gets a green bounce line, he can play the bounce line, trigger on Amulet, untap it, cast Azusa with the 1 blue he is floating, so it's a green bounce land, and then he can start playing multiple lands a turn at ramping mana pretty efficiently. We're just going to get an Amulet, play that. I like this line. It's going to get Snake Lady. I forget what this one's called. Sakura Tribe Scout, I believe.
Yeah, it's Sakura Tribe Scout. You can tap it to put a land in.
Yep. At instant speed, which is pretty useful sometimes.
Hopefully John knows this.
Here's
but
Vanifar coming in.
If Vanifar untaps, he's dead.
Most likely, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a Renegade Rally in there and a Restoration Angel. So
Well, if he doesn't draw the second Renegade Rallier in the list, then he's dead. Because you don't actually need Resto to win. You can win through the combo without a Resto if the deck is built like all the other decks, which I assume it pretty much is.
there should be a few ways for him to do it, but
Generally, you win with you get like
he should be getting a Scrub Ranger here, stacking that, which will allow his Renegade Rallier to do some
Trigger.
rallying things.
Yep, he rallies, gets back the
Yep.
the
Group back
Scrub
the Scrub Ranger,
Ranger.
after he sacks it to
sacks it
or,
again, and gets
there's a
a
few lines.
yeah. Triggers.
Alright,
Got
let's see
4
what John
mana.
can do.
This is insane. So he has that's his first land draw for the turn, and he has 2 more after that. So he's gonna play it, bounce it, play it, bounce it, play it, bounce it, and he's gonna float. He's gonna have 12 mana in his pool.
He also has an activation off the Scout.
That's true. He also has that. So he has a potential 16 mana this turn.
You know, just a little bit of mana. Not too much where I'd be worried about it. Just 16.
So he
transmute.
transmutes for a.
I'm thinking EE on one here is one of the possible lines he's going to go for.
Oh,
Another
no.
one, just get a pact, go for Titan,
Nah.
jam it in.
How did he get that much mana?
What do you mean?
How did he get 12 plus 12?
4 land drops with double trigger. -3 though from the Azusa, right? Which was just the original tapping of it.
Okay, that's what I thought. Sorry, you saying
No, it should be.
Okay, that's what I thought.
He should be able to get 6
Okay.
of each without
Yeah,
activating the
6
scout.
of each.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, go down.
And there will be 2 more of each. if
Cast
we
the pact, get a
activate
Titan.
Elder.
Cast the Titan. Using all the green mana. Triggers. Tople should win here.
Yeah, I was at 14.
Yeah. Double amulet is nuts.
Yeah. See, this is the mulligan to 6. What? 1 lander? Wasn't.
Yeah, 1 land that was Teleria West.
Yeah, wasn't even colored correctly. And then this is turn 4 kill.
Yeah, something like that.
it's
Yeah, this is turn 4.
Not the worst.
Not shabby.
mulligan wasn't that bad, but it was definitely awkward.
He had to get lucky with the green source.
He had 2 really good draws, and then he was able to. I mean, slowing down the no-will didn't actually help at all, but
He can cast another Titan here.
yeah.
Transmute.
I'm not sure what he's going for.
Yeah, he's gonna transmute.
There's a lot of options. Does the second Titan get him anywhere?
I don't think so. I think he goes down on mana if he does this.
Oh no, it does. Yeah. Hey, thank you. I can't pronounce that. Something Jasmine.
Sierra Jasmine.
Figured it out. Thanks
for the follow.
When he could do 20 moves of double strike. Yeah. Like he should have this. I think this is actually correct going for the second Titan, just because he has to get the haste land, and here you can get haste land, attack, double strike. He can get both.
Oh, he does. He nets.
Double attack.
I was wrong. He does net when he gets the bounce land. Because he does down.
Second Titan is definitely correct here, because he needs to get both haste land and double strike land. He doesn't actually need a double strike land.
Oh yeah, because he wants to give both Titans haste.
Yeah, he's gonna get both haste. He's gonna get so basically him getting this Titan gives him an additional 2 activations or 2 triggers off Titans, which is busted. Really good.
Correct.
Exactly what he wants to do.
Yeah, I've never played this deck before. I understand how most decks work in Modern, but this is one of the ones that I understand less.
Yeah, it's a little tricky. Alrighty, hasting up the first 2 off the triggers. And we're getting in there.
And here you get the double strike land.
Yeah.
And then something else. So they're 8/6s right now, right?
Correct. 8/6s.
Yeah. Getting the
Vesuva.
Vesuva.
So we can copy the
Right.
Boros
Cost the Boros Garrison.
To make some red and white mana, so we can activate this. I believe we can only activate on one of them, but you know, that's still all he needs. Yeah, second is correct, wins the game. Unless there's Path. He can have mana for Path.
You can also, you can activate it twice because he has a second trigger.
No. He needs 4 mana for it.
Right, so you get another bounce land and that gives you 4 mana.
The bounce land itself gives you 4, and then the land gives you 0 because you're activating it.
Right, but he has a second primetime trigger that gives him 2 more lands.
You're right, yeah.
Yeah, but that was the first sideboard game. John got there.
John gets it. And game 3, I think Alan's still a little bit favored, but if John gets any interaction, he can just win this pretty easily, unless Alan has a way to protect.
I don't know. I think
Such
the
as
paths
a
are a
Resto
pretty good
Angel.
remove.
Oh yeah,
pretty
paths
good.
are super good.
Yeah, like that's
What's
pretty
awkward
good
is once the first Titan trigger goes, he can just get another Titan.
That's true. Well, he has to have.
I mean, he just gets transmute land, transmutes for the.
Yes, he can.
fact.
Like he can do that, but the problem is.
Assuming he has an amulet, so then he can untap.
Right.
bounce.
Well, he doesn't net mana. On that, like, so pathing the first one still is a good play.
Oh yeah, it's still very good. It slows him down, but like it's not just like game breaking for John. He can still come back from that. The double amulet is very good.
Yeah. Try triple amulet. That's nuts. every time you cast a prime time, it actually nets you. Does it net you mana at? It goes even on mana with 2. If you get a Teleria West and bounce land. But if you get 3 amulets, you can cast every Titan in your deck. Because you get 9 mana every time. And that allows you to pay 3 mana to transmute and cast 6 for a primetime.
Back when Bloom was legal.
Yeah, I was not around
Sounds
for
like
that.
fun.
Yeah, I wasn't even around for Eldrazi Winter. I started playing Magic when Shadows over Innistrad released.
Alrighty, Alan's hand does not look great. How many lands am I seeing? 1?
I
2.
see
Looks like 2. All right, looks
2
a
and a
lot better now.
birds.
Looks a lot better. John's hand looks fine. But we're
No, there are 3 lands. There's a
throwing
plains.
it away. Looks a little slow on Alan's side, but should.
He's got a unified will, I think.
Didn't get a great look.
I could compete. Yeah, there's a unified will. And a Vanifar.
Unified will, Vanifar.
There's a birds, 2 lands.
Renegade Rallier.
Renegade Rallier. There might be a plains in there, but I definitely saw 2
I
lands.
think plains.
There's
Pretty sure we saw plains.
If he could just like hold his hand up to the fucking up to the actual like camera. Yeah, that'd be sweet.
All right, John down to 6.
Isn't it funny though?
That looks like a bad 6.
Yeah, Unified Will is not great here, just because like I wouldn't cite it.
Oh wait, that's not a bad
person.
6. He has an untapped land.
Yeah, that 6 is fine. I mean, John does have creatures to deploy,
Oh hey, Dig Dug.
but it's still fine.
Hey,
You
Diz.
can stop him. It works.
Did Jazziv, Jazz
Dig
Jeff,
Dug.
Alex
How's
the
it
Brave.
going?
How are you kids doing? And I call everyone kids, so
All right,
no
we got
offense.
a turn 1 amulet from John. He should be able to do some pretty nice work here. There is the plains.
there was a
Turn
plains.
2 noble.
Dude, he's got the best plains.
Hmm.
Well, not the best plains, but he's got the star plains. The old foils. Those
Old
are great.
foils are nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you probably are older than me. Like, I'm about 23. I'll be 23 on Tuesday. DJ Jazz Jeff.
I can't see John's hand. I forget what's in there. All right, let's see. Pajuka Bog.
Yeah.
That's not what I want to see, John. Come on.
Yeah, you're definitely older
Yeah,
than
we're
me.
doing it. All right, ballista that down.
Dig Dug and DJ Jazz Jeff. It's just something that I do. A lot of my friend groups a lot of the people that I'm friends with are all older than me, and I still call them kids. It's just like something you say. It's like friends.
I see it.
I don't know why.
3 bounce lands?
Yeah.
All right, here's Renegade Rallier. We fetched. We do have, what is that called? Revolt. Perfect. And we're going to get back our Noble.
Cool.
I like getting back the land more, but yeah, whatever.
I mean, yeah.
The land gives you access to more colors, generally. And also won't die to another whatever, but...
Yeah, but the Exalted trigger, man.
Dude, you're right. Exalted in my infinite combo deck, super relevant. I mean, like, he's going to
Extraordinarily relevant.
Like, he has what he needs to get the combo. I would just rather have the land.
I disagree. You don't want to know why?
Go for it.
Unified will.
That is nice, but seeing how John has 0 things and no green mana, I'm not super worried about that, but it is definitely relevant. Alrighty. No way to get a Titan into play this turn. He can't actually do anything super, like, he just can't do much. Like, he has an amulet, he can make some mana, but he doesn't have an Azusa, he doesn't have a scout. You can just ramp a little bit and pass.
Dig Dug. Robert Meadows is running the stream, and I was joking because I said, "Oh, I'll be 23 after Tuesday," and that's the song. No one likes you when you're 23. I'm turning 23. That's what the joke is.
All right, done to 16 off their attack. Eldritch Evolution, solid card.
See, that's another reason why you get back the
All
Noble
right,
Hierarchy.
well, he drew that. I didn't know about that. All right.
Exile that Eldritch Evolution.
All right. 3 draw.
Exile the Eldritch Evolution. Thank you. Oh.
Ooh, Knight of Autumn. A Hama fan.
A Knight of Autumn.
Engineer explosives for John. Well, he lost his amulet, so he can't cast that. New modern spoilers. I haven't actually like seen them, but I've heard about them.
So there's a 1 black for a 1/1.
Yeah, that one sucks. The Planeswalker, that's pretty nice.
The Planeswalker is okay. I think it will be a better worship in the like the tier 3 decks or whatever that
Yeah,
are
it's
based
gonna see
around
play
worship,
in
like troll
tier
worship.
3, tier 2 combo decks. Like this one could potentially play it.
It could,
Like, it
but
would
I
slow
think
it
worship
down.
is better in this deck. Like, so part of the problem is like worship happens immediately for that deck. It doesn't happen immediately for that. Like,
Oh, it's the Sarah Planeswalker. But, like,
Yeah.
the big thing here is just that, so for Alan, since he's a combo deck, post-sideboard games, you can expect your combo to be disrupted more. So having a plan B that also protects your creatures is very good. Because you can just make angels or get a worship.
While
Like,
that
you can do
is-
either or.
while that is true, worship, in my opinion, no, I don't play many of the decks, but from my understanding, you care about worship for like burn, because if you play versus control, they're going to kill all your creatures anyways. So you don't care about that. And you want it versus like decks that could remove your worship, like maybe Dredge or something like that, but they can't because it's an emblem. And they can't actually kill all your creatures. So it's like debatable, but I think worship's better for the most part. As for the Cabal therapy,
Terrible. Don't play that.
it's acceptable in like if you play it with Lingering Souls, then it's not bad. If you play it with Young Pyromancer, it's not terrible. But I don't think it's
Alan's
that
getting
good.
in there. Puts John down to 11.
See that Exalted, it's super relevant right now. He's attacking with 2 creatures. Noble Hierarch isn't even on the battlefield.
Could not be more. That extra 1 point of damage is going to get there, and I'm going to be wrong. But no, actually with the evolution, Noble's definitely correct. All I've seen is the Sarah. Yeah, the Sarah Planeswalker, I'm a fan.
Yeah, so Dig Dug, the other card is 1 black for a 1/1.
If you're familiar with Cabal Ritual, this one is Cabal Therapist.
So what it does, you name a card on your upkeep. You
I think
may
it's
sacrifice
main
a creature.
phase. Main
Is
phase
it
1
main
before
phase?
combat.
It is main phase 1 before combat. You may sacrifice a creature.
Yeah,
If
definitely
you
took
do, then you may Cabal Therapy.
that. All right.
Legacy Ant
Legacy
player,
Ants.
what do you think of the chances this set gets Cabal Ritual, Tendrils of Agony?
You know what? I'm going to go with a big fat no, but I'd
Yeah,
be
no.
down.
What I think, I'm going to say this right now. They're going to put Stoneforge Mystic in it, and Stoneforge Mystic's going to be modern legal. It's going to be great.
Would not be against that. It's definitely interesting. I don't think they're going to play or put any cards in this that would make legacy decks into modern decks for sure. So I wouldn't expect to start playing Ant in your modern events. But
Oh, no. You're not, especially with how they don't like Storm.
But I do expect them to print legacy legal cards in modern, like Stoneforge.
What they're
like
going to do,
Counterspell and other things like that.
what they're going to do, I don't think they'll print Counterspell.
Why is that?
Counterspell,
It's just not good. What deck is going to play that?
Jeskai. If I get Counterspell, oh man.
I mean, it's not that big of an upgrade, right? So right now you have
It's massive.
You have Mana Leak, and that's it. Like most decks don't need, like Mana Leak just beats them. Like you're not going to be able to get to a point where you have that, but you are playing control, so games are going to be slowed down. So Counterspell is a nice slight upgrade, but it's not super relevant. Like it's not going to make Jeskai the #1 deck.
It's not going to make it the
it's
#1
better than
deck.
Blue-white, but still with Blue-white, like same thing.
Dude,
like you already have
Jeskai
Cryptic,
decks
and
play
that's the
Logic
most
Knot.
value.
It's a strict upgrade on Logic Knot.
Yeah, so like you're replacing a few cards,
It also makes
but
like
you're still just countering a spell. Like, it's just a counter spell.
right,
So it's not the biggest
not
change.
gonna-
It's just more convenience.
right. Are
Which
we
is
going?
why I
We're
think
going through
it's
the
fine.
combo here.
All right, we're going for it. We
Uh,
get to untap
game's
some
over.
things.
Game's over.
We'll see. So he does have Revolt. Bounces Forest. Gets to untap.
Yeah. So what's
sack,
he's
gets
gonna
3-drop.
he's gonna bounce a forest, untap, Vanifar. He's gonna sacrifice it, go get another Renegade Rallier. Renegade Rallier will trigger, and he will return the Scrib Ranger back to the battlefield. Then he will sack the Scrib Ranger again after untapping Vanifar to go get a Deceiver Exarch. The Deceiver Exarch will whatever. He'll untap Vanifar, and then Vanifar will sacrifice the the Renegade Rallier to go get a Resto Angel. No, not a Resto Angel. The 4-mana guy that's like a 3/3 with flash that untaps all things that you control, and then he'll sacrifice that to go get a Kiki Jiki, and then Kiki Jiki and Deceiver Exarch will win the game. But what I expect out of the new set is there's going to be cards like, you know, like Magus of the Balance and like Magus of the Will, stuff like that. That stuff is going to be printed. It's all going to be, like, we might get a 2-mana creature that's like a Brainstorm. Like, I'm pretty sure that might happen. We might get something that's like a better cantrip or something like that.
Sure. But yeah, in general, we should see a few cards from fun legacy stuff, but not full decks. We're not going to be able to play in. Rip. I think mana generation
You can
tell
Alan
going to be on the printing.
You can tell Alan that he doesn't have to shuffle every single time.
I mean, he can, but he doesn't have to. Make him shuffle, John. Days would be fun. I'd like to see Days.
I mean, he should just have this. This game should be over. You sacrifice the Scrib Ranger.
Yeah.
Right here, you go get a Renegade Rallier, unless he doesn't have a second Renegade Rallier in his list.
I mean, there's a lot of potential. Like, we don't know what's in his deck, so.
Right.
We can just predict what we'd expect to be there. It's like when we put out the line, we figured it out based on what we would expect to be in the deck, but Alan might have sideboarded something out. He might have slowed down. He might not recognize the combo himself. Like, there's so many different possibilities. Alan, this is his first time playing the deck as well. He's been playing Jund most recently.
Yeah.
Is Alan playing this deck for the first time? Yes. And also Days. I want Days. That'd be fun. Let's see some tempo decks.
Tempo is probably what? Are we passing?
He might not have a second Relegator Rallier.
Oh my God.
Yeah, there's. I mean, a lot.
I'm gonna have to talk to him after this game. I want to know what happened. But yeah.
All right.
So I guess this game isn't over.
Yeah, it's not over.
Bring him in the booth. I don't know about that. We only have 2 headsets back here. Plus, with only like 8 minutes left in the round, he'll probably be wanting to go relax for a minute.
Round 2. Yeah, we can ask him if you guys really want. All right. John is conceding.
Yeah.
We're able to see what was in his hand, but I'm assuming he just didn't have colored mana. Ways to get his Titan out. No Amulet was really rough there. How's it going, guys?
Ooh, I am not.
Yeah.
Oh, I am in screen. Okay, cool.
A little bit, yeah.
Hey, dude, we have the same color shirt.
Yeah, we do. Mine's nicer, though. So it has a little black. I guess yours does, too. It's just darker. Anyways.
Oh, wait, no.
You have a zipper though. You're like a turtleneck boy.
Yeah, it's a quarter neck. That's what they're called. Anyways, that's gonna be it for round 1, guys. We'll be back in about 8 minutes. We'll see if we're gonna ask Alan what happened there with the combo.
Yeah, I'll let you guys know.